We'll do a guide by class with this spec. Now this spec does also mean cold blood spec. Like if you go 21.8.22 or 16.12.23 is the same thing. But specifically, I guess it would work best with this. It doesn't matter much. Here's the guide. How do we start first? We start with shaman. Alright, a shaman, if it's a duo, you want to get the totems. So you want to sap him and kill as many totems as possible. If he's good, the totems will be spread, so you have to shoot them. No. And then it's just a normal 1v1. If you can't stun lock him, actually, I should have gone through a stun lock first, right? Everyone knows how to stun lock, right? Is there a reason for me to explain how to stun lock? I'll explain anyway. Very interesting. I'll explain anyway. Stun lock is getting cheap shot into 5 combo points, into kidney shot, into potentially blind. That would mean cheap shot you get 2 or 3 combo points, sinister strike you get 3 or 4 combo points, gouge you get 4 or 5 combo points, followed by a kidney shot. Depending on how much energy you have, you can either backstab and wait for it and then blind, or sinister strike and then wait for it and then blind. Then you sap, rinse, repeat without the gouge. That works against everything that doesn't have a way to get out of stuns. Later on, when people have PvP trinkets, I'll tell you how to deal with that. A lot of people say this only works because people don't have a PvP trinket, and if you have a PvP trinket, you're fucked as well because you can't stun lock. Yes, you can, it's just a little bit different. Now, you're fighting the shaman, you're doing the same thing. If he's an orc and if he resists a stun, you evasion instantly. If he drops a totem down, fuck your combo points, kill the totem. Find minerals, good point. He should not kill you. There's no way for him to kill you. You should be able to backstab him to death. As long as you kill the totems and you don't let him cast. Just kill poison totem. That's the only one you need to kill. You don't need to kill the rest of them. Because crippling is better than earthbind. What's the next class? A lock. A lock you want to stun lock. If you let him play, you'll die. As a lock, you want reflect trinket. If you don't have reflect trinket, maybe pick on undergeared people or low level people. Oh really? I mean, there's some classes that you don't have to stun lock, but locks you do need to stun lock. Like if he ever plays the game, you'll die. You do your normal opener. If he's okay, you're gonna fight a couple of different warlocks. If it's an SL lock, you wanna bait. What's up, dude? If he's playing with the void locker, you wanna bait sacrifice before blind so you can leave stealth, or you can leave combat and then stealth instead of vanish. No. What the fuck? You're gonna meet the succubus guy, where you probably want to reflect instantly, so you can reflect some succubus shit, but they die really fast. And if you meet the next thing you're gonna meet is a normal, not an SL lock. like a normal PvE lock, where you'll definitely get the sacrifice first. Because if he doesn't sacrifice, he'll just die. And if he sacrifices, it's easy. If he doesn't, you just vanish, you rinse, repeat the same routine. You do multiple stun locks until he sacrifices. After he sacrifices, if he's out of stun, at any point, you shall reflect. Or if he's out of CC, at any point, you shall reflect. Do you beat good SL locks? You do. You do need cooldowns though. No one uses Void. In my experience, everyone uses Void because there's no point to use the succubus. Because without the Void shield, without the Void shield, they actually die. What trinket against lock? Shallow Reflect. If you don't have Shallow Reflect, in general, you don't want to fight geared warlocks. You will die. Unless you're absolutely sure you can stun lock them. Like, you should be familiar with how much damage your character can do. If you're positive you can stun lock them, you don't need Shallow Reflect. If you ever let him out of stun, you reflect. Hello, dude. But they're not actually that hard. I wish there was a Warlock. So you can see that they're not that hard. But yeah, and then it's just an RNG battle and a gear battle. The most important thing is to do enough damage in the first, like in the initial cheap shot, sinister gouge, kidney shot, backstab, for him to sacrifice. If you get the pet sack right there, you've won the duel. Because then you can sap, or then you can blind into sap, into duel over this thing again. Out of that you can Shallow Reflect and you can hold your kick, wait for Feldom. You can hear it. You can hear Feldom, you can kick the cast. They can't insta summon. No, they cannot. It's a cast. They cannot insta summon a new one. They have to Feldom it. You can hear it. It's a 0.5 second cast. You can kick it. Average reaction time of a human is 0.25. You can kick it. Especially if you're expecting, you know it's coming. You can kick it. It's not that hard. And if you're that worried, you can play Mind Numbing Poison. You can play Mind Numbing and make it almost 1 second cast. You can kick almost 1 second cast. Mage. Mr. Mage? Alright, let's see. Does he live? He gets to live. Nah, we're chilling, we're chilling. What? No, I was... Bro. We're chilling. No, calm down. Calm down. Alright. Well, I guess Mage is the next one. Against a Mage, you want to open with a sap into cheap shot without breaking your sap. Also, you want him to refresh your shield. So, he's gonna start the duel. If he's a good mage, he's not gonna accept the duel instantly. He's gonna shield, wait a little bit, and then accept the duel. Or he'll already have shield up. What you want to do is wait for him to reshield, and then sap into cheap shot. Without breaking your sap. If it breaks your stealth, you just re-stealth. If it doesn't break your stealth, great, you wait to be energy capped. You open with an ambush into eviscerate, as in you spam them almost at the same time. You can get 2 globals before he moves. You can. If both crit, chances are he will almost die. You see, it's so hard to make a guide because there's so many options after that. You ambush, if it crits, it goes through the shield, you crit and eviscerate as well, he's either dead or almost dead. If you get ambush non-crit, you're not even through the shield. Eviscerate non-crit, you're barely through the shield. The shield absorbs like what, 850 or something like that. So he has some health left, he's gonna Nova, you're gonna get frostbitten, he's gonna run away. If he doesn't blink, you blind. If he blinks, you nade instantly. You don't wait for a cast, you nade instantly and you run towards him by spamming vanish. Now, no matter what, you will vanish that sheep. Like, don't panic, you will vanish the sheep. If you're spamming vanish and you're casting a nade, you will vanish the sheep. Don't worry about it. Yeah, that's what I thought. My true silver. And there's your first block. For sure. If he doesn't block, you should just kill him. You're in Vanish. He doesn't have a Nova. He doesn't have a blink. He doesn't have a shield because it's on cooldown, because you opened properly when he just reapplied the shield. You're chilling. He blocks. After the block, one of two things is gonna happen. He's gonna wait to Nova or wait to blink. No matter what, if it's a proper duel, you prep right there. You don't wait, you prep. You don't have any cooldowns that you need anymore. You prep so you're ready for whatever he has. If he's good, he's also gonna prep. He's gonna get another Nova, which you also vanish or blind. You can blind fast and secure a win, or you can wait. Like, if you prepped instantly when he blocked and he leaves the block, you have time to blind again before he has a second block. And he has no way to get out of it. You can re-stealth, ambush, kill him depending on how much he has. If not, you can vanish ambush again in the snap. Well, escape artist doesn't do anything because you're trying not to get him. If you can't get to him, if you're not moving, he needs to be in a blind or a stun. I don't know if that makes sense. This is very in-depth. Most duels will not go like that because people don't play perfectly. But this is if both sides know exactly what to do. Like, his win condition is to survive. He needs to survive your cooldowns. That's all he does. He's not gonna do any damage to you. He just needs to survive. Because when you're out of your two vanishes, even with sprint you can't get him. So it's kind of just a game between his Nova and your vanishes.
Your friends.
You can even gouge if it comes to it, you know. As long, whatever you can do to keep him next to you. You gotta be geared? You don't have to be geared. Well, in general, if you're playing this spec, you do need gear. Like, if you're playing daggers, you do need gear because it scales with gear. So the more gear you have, the easier it will be. It doesn't matter what he does. Forget about it. Yeah, it would be easy if dude, that was mine. What? Not cool to mine your own vein. You guys have any questions for Mage? Oh, I'm not going through Hemosaurs. Like, you can see already there's so many variables. Like, if I have to go through every variable of every spec, what can go wrong, we're gonna be here all day. I'm even thinking, should I even do Druid? Because Druid has so many fucking possibilities. What am I up to? Let's do Warrior because Warrior is easy. Warrior is a standard stun lock that I went over already into a blind unless he's a dwarf. If he's a dwarf, you want to dead range him and wait for him to get to take his what is it called? The dwarf racial stone form. Wait for stone form. If he doesn't, you just dead range him forever, and you can go in. You can go in with full energy. So you dead range him until you have full energy, and then you go back in. A lot of people will tell you not to evasion. That is wrong. You do evasion. I repeat, you do evasion. Not evasioning against a warrior is wrong. You evasion instantly. If you're going back in and you're afraid he's gonna kill you or something, unless you are controlling the fight, or you know he's not as good, or he has no gear, or whatever the fuck. If he's an actual good warrior with good gear, you do evasion. I repeat, you do evasion. Why? I'll tell you why. So he can't get Harmstring off. He can't get Harmstring, he can't get auto attacks, he can't get Mortal Strike, he can't get Heroic Strike. I know, Heroic auto attack, it's the same thing. That is why. Oh, we can just do... Oh, I don't have any poisons. This is the state of most warriors you're gonna fight. I mean, as you can see, not the best player in the world. I mean, you're not fighting rank 1 players, are you? That's 90% of the PvP you're gonna have. Yeah, I tried to kick kill, but no luck. It's... Thank you, Mr. Warlock, for not killing yourself by attacking me. Do I need to go over that? Why did you pick Firemaw? My guild picked it at the time. I didn't really care which server I'm gonna play on. Well, if you need a strategy for the 5% of the people that are gonna kill you, just my best strategy is practice, because you need to learn how to dead range. But dead ranging is really hard right now. It's almost impossible. You're either getting melee'd or you're getting in charge range. If you know you're gonna get charged, like there's no way around it. Improved Harmstring. There's no way around it, you'll get charged. You can actually blind it. Like as soon as you see him go into Berserk, you blind. Like chances are he's spamming it. He's spamming it the way you're spamming blind out of a stun. So he goes into Berserk. As soon as he goes into Berserk, you know for sure he's gonna intercept you blind. Once you do that, you no longer have to dead range him. You can just run away. You can hit him, run away, re-stealth, do that over and over again. Intercept, what's the cooldown on it? It's long, maybe 25-30 seconds. He's not intercepting you the same duel. But yeah, with time you'll learn how to kill good warriors. There's like extra things you need to know, like what if he has rocket helm, if he has freedom action potions, but I'm just not even gonna touch that. What's the next class? Hunter? Let's do Hunter. If you're fighting a Hunter, you're doing your normal stun lock. Preferably you have Ice Reflector equipped. You're doing your normal stun lock. Everything's peachy. You can't leave stealth or you can't leave combat. You will have to vanish. And you probably, like, you can't leave combat, so you just vanish instantly. You blind, you don't wait, you vanish instantly. Because the pet is gonna keep him in combat and you can't sap. Otherwise, it's just a normal CC. It's just cheap shot into 5 combo point, kidney shot into blind, into sap, into cheap shot, kidney shot, and he should be dead. But, you know, vanish instantly. If you don't have... Oh my god, do I have to go through... There's so many things that can go wrong. If you can't stun lock him or you don't want to do that, out of the stun, you press Reflector, because chances are they're gonna scatter trap you. If they don't, you buy even more time to kill him. If he's like, if you have Reflector for 5 seconds, if he doesn't scatter trap you, you should kill him in those 5 seconds. Or you can try to vanish the scatter, but unlike usual how vanish works, vanish will break if you vanish scatter. Like, you won't get hit by scatter, but you will also not be in stealth. Just so you know. That is the way it is. Ooh. Is that a geared warrior potentially? Hunters are kind of hard. If they ever get distance on you, like shit goes wrong, don't care about dots. Make sure you vanish the slow. And you evasion instantly when you're next to him. They're like a warrior. They hit very hard in melee, don't be fooled. No, you ruined this. Chat, I had him. Yeah, believe I had him. You believe I had him, right? If you get hit, if you get opened by a hunter, chances are you're just gonna die, but just sprint towards him as fast as possible. Vanish the slow. You don't care about dots, serpent sting, fuck it. You don't have to cheap shot him. Just vanish the slow so you get on top of him as fast as possible so you can evasion melee attacks. And don't forget Ice Reflector, because instinctively he will want to scatter, feign death trap, or just feign trap. As soon as you're remotely close to him, you press Reflector. If you don't have it equipped, you pray you have a long time sting so it breaks the trap. What did I miss? A Paladin? A Paladin, you're not trying to kill him, you oom him. His health is his mana. It's usually really long, really boring duels. If it's a Shokadin or a tank, he cannot kill you. All you do is run away. You run away, you go in, you spend your energy, you run out. You use distract to stop him from drinking, and you know, that's it. You pull energy, you run in, you do your combo, you run out. You don't toe-to-toe a Paladin, you will lose. You're playing his mana, not his health. If it's a red Paladin, it is a little bit harder. They can actually kill you. Kind of. They still have mana. You're still playing the mana game, but you have to be careful with the Hodge. Like, Hodge is 45-second cooldown. You can either track it or, you know, keep in mind how long 45 seconds is. Do you cheap shot, sinister strike, gouge, kidney shot as daggers to get full? Yep, you do that. I was already through that. You do that, but yeah, you don't want to melee paladins. Your auto attacks are not relevant. I'm talking, you know, this spec. You don't want to melee him. You just do backstabs.
Yeah.
Backstabs, gouges, kidney shots. Like, if he's not controlled, if he's not in a stun, you're nowhere near him. And when leaving stuns, like when your stun is about to end, keep your distance. Keep your distance so he can't get to you unless he dispels. Like, he has crippling on him. So if this cactus is a paladin, at the end of the kidney shot, I'll do something like this and probably get stunned in the air. So he can't melee me unless he dispels. And you're slowly getting his mana. It's just really boring fights. You him, you bandage when you can to keep your health high. And you hope righteousness doesn't proc. It's not much to it. Just remember, they can't really get to you. You have to get to them, so you control the fight. The only thing that's left is a druid. Now it varies so much, so much. It's it's just your standard stun lock as a rogue that you have to be, like, you have to have perfected by now, because it's really not that complicated. The only thing you have to keep in mind is that abolish poison removes blind. You'll see it, it's a swirly green thing. You can't see the duration is 10 seconds. You can see the initial animation. When you see the initial animation, it lasts 10 seconds, it removes poisons every, I want to say 2. So, as far as I know, it ticks 5 times every 2 seconds. That's the only thing you have to keep in mind. The rest is just standard. Also, you can vanish with Fairy Fire to break roots. It will not put you in stealth though. But you can vanish and break slows. Also, you wanna, like, if you're fighting one of those bears and you know it's not a feral bear, you know that because they take more damage and they don't do as much damage. If you know it's a feral bear, do not spend your combo points. Hold your combo points for when they get out of form, which they will, because they can't actually kill you. Or they shouldn't be able to kill you if they're not feral. Just hold your combo points. If you have 5 combo points and you're doing your normal attacks, like even Sinister Strikes, not even backstabs, Sinister Strikes are cheaper. He should leave bear to heal or do damage at some point. He cannot kill you. And when he leaves, you kidney shot, and that's when you kill him. You do kidney shot if somehow you fucked up. A lot of druids, when they leave, the first thing they do is abolish poison, because they're expecting a blind, when in reality a kidney shot is coming. You kidney shot, but if he did actually get the abolish poison, at the end of the kidney shot, make sure you have 45 energy left so you can gouge. And then you blind. You won't be able to re-stealth, obviously, because you have Fairy Fire. You just wait until you're energy capped. Blind until you're energy capped, and then you backstab again. It's kind of a boring fight. It might take a while. You want to have tanky gear, a lot of health. A lot of the times they don't have the mana pool to kill you. So you want to have a lot of you want to have a lot of gear. You don't need that much damage against it. Just have gear. I mean stamina. Have stamina. Which should go without saying. Against in PvP you prioritize stamina over everything. Stamina is above agility, above everything. I use dagger and sword because I don't have a second dagger. It doesn't matter. Your offhand weapon type doesn't matter. It could be a mace, could be dagger, sword, fist, makes no difference. It's your offhand weapon. The only thing that matters is, you know, speed, stats, effects, shit like that. What does it matter what type it is? Might as well be a dagger. What's the difference? And there you go. There's your basic PvP guide. Oh, I didn't go through Shadow Priest, did I? Well, I'm gonna go through Shadow Priest right now. Sadly, I don't have Reflector, so it might be hard, but same thing applies. Now, if it's a dwarf, this situation is already kind of fucked. Just your standard stun lock. What if you fight Umkin? You just survive. I was over it. You just survive. Have stamina gear. If he resists, like, there's so many different ways this could go, which only comes with experience. Like, he can resist a stun. He can be a dwarf, so he doesn't sit the blind. In which case, you don't even do cheap shot, sinister strike, gouge. You wait to gouge after the kidney shot and you run away. Hopefully they leave shallow form to heal. It costs a lot of mana. You need engineering to use them. You can buy them. They're BOE, but you do need engineering to use them. The most valuable reflector, the one that I will have on most of the time, is Shadow. Oh, that can also happen. Got one.